Alright, so I spent an entire week trying out the Vidonn, what would you call it? Pedometer? It's not a smartwatch per se, and yet it is. It really is. It's called the Smart Band. I got the 6S. What I love the best about it, not only the comfort, because it becomes invisible here. I love that. I can always, check it. It gives me the information I need, but I don't feel the weight, or it's not clicking and hitting stuff like the smartwatches are. Also, it doesn't make me hate Apple, because this treats Android and Apple the same. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do, and it does it equally for both. So I don't have to see all these Facebook and whatnot features that I'm never going to get to use as an Apple user. As long as I wear it on my left hand and not my right, then I can type, big fingers, I can type and move around and not have it hitting so much. Whereas before with the smartwatches, they have a pretty large face, and so any turn and you are hitting and rocking there. The reason I say on my left, not my right, is because with the mouse you are rocking a little bit more, and I do feel a little bit more of a stoppage. So as long as I wear it on my left, it's like it's not even there. It does not bother me at all. It's very lightweight. Now my son, he was wearing it the other day when we went out for a bike ride, and he stopped halfway and handed it back to me and says, "My arm's getting sweaty." I put it on, rode it all the way back. I don't know what he was talking about. If I didn't get curious and want to look at it, wouldn't have even known it was on my arm. But he's 12 years old and he's really finicky. Speaking of 12 years old, that does go to speak of the range. It can get, I mean, you could fit this on a 3-year-old's wrist if you wanted to, I would say. You can get it really, really tiny, or you could get it really, really big. So it's got a really good range there, and I found that the snaps really do adjust. They go in really quick and easy. I don't have to fight as much as I did with the other ones. I've had this for about a week now, and I charged it initially for the 2 hours that you're supposed to, and have not charged it since. So I love that. Day in, day out. You can wear it while you're sleeping, wear it while you're awake, and the battery lasts forever. I love that. My smartwatches had to be recharged before the day was out. This one, already 7 days in, and I'm at 84%. That's pretty cool. So the one complaint that some people seem to have is the fact that you can tap, 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 and not get it to wake up for a while, And first of all, it does have wake up. If you twist your wrist, it will wake up as long as you set the settings to do as much, and we'll go over that in a bit. But so it has that wake up feature, and here I am not aimed right for you to see it, but there, it woke up. It only lasts for 3 seconds. So that is one thing I do wish would change, but you can wake it up just like that. One thing with the tap, tap, tap is, yeah, it doesn't. Here's where the sensor is. That's where you have to be touching. Tap, 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 tap. But you're not supposed to tap it. You're supposed to touch it. So if you touch, it wakes up. If you touch it again, it changes. If you touch it again, it changes. So the thing is, don't go tapping away. That's not doing it. You need to hold for a second. Touch and hold. If you do that, and touch the center, sorry, it will work. I have not had any problem as long as I do a touch and hold. Again, tap, tap, tap isn't really going to work. It doesn't want to tap, tap, tap. It wants you to touch and hold. So to get it to talk to your phone, you simply download the app. In the instruction booklet, it did have a little barcode for you to scan. When I got tired of doing that, because I kept switching which phone it is on, when I got tired of doing that, I just went into the app and typed in Vidonn, popped right up. In fact, let me see, where's my app store? Right there. That's how you're going to sync it. And if you want to see, even when you don't have the watch on, what your stats are, you can do that. Going through all of this, these are, besides your messages, and your get off your butt reminders and whatever else you tell it you want it to do, it will keep track of your steps, your mileage, and your calories burned. Now, I did find that riding your bike is equal to stepping. So it did record our bike ride as exercise, which some people might not want that. I do, because that's all I want to know. Am I getting off my butt? Am I moving around enough? Because I do spend way too much time in front of my computer. So when I go on my bike ride, yes, that counts. That's exercise. That's me pumping my legs, pumping my heart. It did record that. And your mileage and your calories. I don't know how accurate these two are. I haven't really paid too much attention, but I do know I measured this one out and I went ahead and took 10 steps and it was equal to 10 steps. So that part worked well for me. We each have our own steps, but it does ask your size and everything. So I think that is what it is going off of as far as the steps. And here's where you fill out what you want. You've got your message notice. I have that on because I do want to know when somebody is texting me, and it will tell me, even better than a smartwatch, what the text says. I can't respond back, but I don't need to. I just need to know if it's worth, you know, going and getting my phone for. And the range to stay in range with your phone, I found pretty good. You know, I can leave my phone in the living room as I usually do and go upstairs to my office and still be connected. So that's really great. Here we have time format. I have it at 12. I tell it I want it on my left hand. Rollover, that's where you turn your wrist and it automatically turns on. It takes about a second. When you turn your wrist, you gotta wait a second and then there it goes. But yes, I like that. Temporary mode, that appears to me, now there's no instructions on that, but it appears to me what that is a stopwatch feature. So if you hold it down for 3 seconds. Okay, so now we have a stopwatch feature. So if I'm trying to time something, how long I'm holding my breath, when I finally can't hold my breath any longer, oops, I'm doing the tap thing, I'm still not in the habit either. There we go, I know I was at 14 seconds, boom. When you want to turn that back off, hold for 3 seconds. No, okay, first, I've got to learn too. Okay, I wake it up, then wake it up, then hold for 3 seconds. There, and now we're back to normal mode. So yeah, you've got to make it two separate things. First, wake up the watch, then come back and hold for 3 seconds. There we go. Wake up the watch. I was already woken up. Hold for 3 seconds. And we're back to normal mode. So that's what temporary mode will do for you, okay? Sleeping, here you're going to tell it what your sleeping hours are. That is automatically a military time. So I'm telling it 23, which is 11 o'clock p.m. And I'm going to wake up at 8. Now, I'm just getting a wide range there. So anytime during that, it's going to be paying attention. If I put it for midnight and I go to sleep at 11, I don't believe it's going to be recording that as sleep time. So just give yourself a wide range. What is the earliest time you go to bed versus the latest? And we have do not disturb. So that's where we're not going to be bothered, where it's not going to send text messages to us. Because remember, you're wearing it on your wrist while you sleep. So you don't want it to do a motion reminder every half hour. If that's what you set it to remind you to get off your butt and start moving around, you don't want that while you're sleeping. So that's your do not disturb. That's your motion reminder that I was just speaking of. Your alarm clock, it has quite a few alarm clock features. I haven't used any, but those are all the alarm clocks you could possibly set. Let me hop out of there. Okay, and time display, that's where you can choose to do different styles of time. It's limited, but you get to choose how you want it. Message notification, what is this? Okay, what kind of messages do you want? Oh, I forgot to reset this up. I want other and I want Skype. I do not want to be notified for my email. I get way too many. That would be annoying. Okay, and then bracelet parameters. That's going to be who you are. And so you want to make sure this matches up. Now, it does not yet because I just barely reset this from my son. So it's going to have to come, I think, for my son, when I reset it for him, it took a day for my information to go away and his to come back. So, and if it still doesn't, then I'll just go into bracelet and do a reboot. But for right now, it's still set for him. But you want to check that, make sure that it is in fact you. Language, I have it to English, restore factory settings, reboot bracelet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so those are all the options you're going to get here. And over here in more, wait. Oh, we are in more, yes. Up here at the top where you have my bracelet, that's where you can make sure that you do have it set. That's where you resync it. Now, personal information, this is where I get to tell it I'm a girl, I'm this age and everything, and for a moment it read my son's, now it's coming back to me. But I need to give it time or reboot it to get the parameters here to match up. So there you go, that's all that information right there. Oh.
Text message.
Okay. Do me a favor. No, please say hello. And I had to turn off the sound on my phone, because otherwise we heard that.
There, I sent you.
What'd you say?
Hi.
Okay, because my wrist was facing away from me. So that was the text coming through from my son. And you can see it only buzzed. It did not make any annoying sounds. First time my phone was making the sound, so I had to shush it. What? You're saying more? Keep on talking, baby. No. So yeah, I like that because I can feel the buzz, so it lets me know you're still talking. It lets me know, but it doesn't annoy everybody around me, especially when somebody is spamming you, such as my son is doing right now. Okay, stop. So there is that. Right, stop. And that is a really good feature. I hope this helps you fall in love with this as much as I have, and you have a good day.